All right, there we go. Okay, you guys, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I am live streaming as always on TradingView, and I am live streaming as well on YouTube as I always do. So, I hope you guys are having a really good day. I hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. I know it just began, so happy Monday. I'm starting to believe that Mondays may be slowly becoming one of my favorite days because trading day, right? I've actually been enjoying trading a lot more in the last few weeks because it's been paying off. And yeah, so as I wouldn't say I'm a seasoned trader. I would say that I'm still kind of new, but I'm like in the middle stage where I've been able to see some success. I've been able to kind of replicate it and teach it to other people. But also too, I feel like I'm getting into my groove. I feel like I have a stride going right now. And I remember when I was a new trader, I got into the market. I wasn't in any MLMs or anything, so I didn't go that route like most traders do. And there's nothing wrong with that route if that's for you, but I do see a lot of people who come to me, they purchased multiple courses, they've been in the MLMs, and for some reason, something still isn't connecting. And I think it's when people first get into trading, they're already disconnected because no one really tells them the truth about what trading is, but no one really gives them the head start that they need. They say, hey, go watch these videos. You have everything you need. Then jump into this class or this session, or we'll call trades for you. But I feel like that does a lot of people a disservice because after they learn, what questions have you answered for them? Like, what have you tested with them? Like, do you know what their next needs are? And I feel like that's where I come into play a little bit. But I want to just start off with giving some top tips for new traders, or even if you're seasoned in the game and you feel like this can help you, then let's go for it. So I'm going to kind of go over like the generic stuff, but then the extra stuff that you need. So we're going to start off here, right? Education is probably one of the most foundational things that you need when you first get into trading. I see sometimes you may come into the market, you may watch a video or two, or you may go down YouTube University, but I feel like when it comes to education, videos may not be the very first thing that you want to just jump into. I think when you first get into trading, you may actually want to talk to a coach or talk to people who've actually been in the game and get information from the sources, like straight to the source. I feel like sometimes videos can be probably made in the past and the markets could have changed. And so you may be watching a video that was best due to the past and not due to right now and where the market is going. So I say, like, when you first get into trading, start with actually talking to actual traders who you believe know what they're doing, because education is expensive. Books can be expensive, courses can be expensive, joining MLMs can be expensive. So you may, like I said, just go to a person who knows what they're doing. The next thing that you'll hear people say is that you need a trading plan. But the thing with trading plans that I find is that with most new traders, if you're new, you don't even know what the heck a trading plan is. Like, you've probably never heard of one. You've probably heard of a business plan. And so you get into trading, and you're like, yeah, I need a plan. But with what rules? You see where I'm going? So that's why, like, if you talk to the right people, if you try everything at first, and then you start to like say, oh, well, I like doing this, I like doing that, I like doing this, then it can actually help, and you can start to map out your trading plan. And what's going to go into your trading plan as a new trader? I think this is probably one of the most important things. Your goals are going to go into your trading plan, your objectives, your risk to rewards, and your trading strategy. Whether you develop a trading strategy on your own or whether you get one from someone else, then that is going to go into your trading plan. Another thing, if you're new to trading, is please demo trade. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about demo trading. I believe practice makes perfect. I believe you should demo trade before you start with real money. Some people may say, well, Shaquan, I want to go straight into real trading. But let me tell you what I found out about that. I have seen more people lose money and then go on the verge of quitting trading. But I believe if they would have started with demo and saved up their money before they started trading, they'd really understand what trading is. Because here's the thing, you're going to be trading in real time regardless. You're going to trade in real time either way. You're either going to make this an expensive lesson, or you're going to make this a free lesson and feel your feelings regardless. So I do think it's best for new traders to start in a demo account. But I have found is that most traders anyway don't have the money to come into forex. So they're coming in here with life's pressures. They got bills they need to pay, they got a job they want to leave, and then they try their hand at trading and they lose money and realize it's not what it was. And then by the time you know it, they lost more money than what they could have afforded. So I do believe you should start with demo. Another thing that you will hear a lot of traders tell you to is to manage your risk. But the thing about managing your risk for a lot of traders, especially if you're new, is that you may not even know what that means. Now, got to get a little personal here. Some people don't even know how to manage their money. So if you don't know how to manage your money, you're darn sure not going to know how to manage your risk. You'll never have an uncle point that tells you to stop. You can't afford to keep going. I've learned that if y'all ever seen, oh God, it's a good movie called Molly's Game. Molly's Game was about this woman who opened up like a poker table, right, in hotels or whatever. But there were people who didn't have uncle points. They got frustrated. They kept playing their hands and losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Trading can become that if you are new. It can become like a casino. So when you get into trading and you start educating yourself and you start writing down your trading plan and you go into demo, you'll learn that managing your risk just basically means how much can I afford to lose each trade? And if I go into drawdown, what is my uncle point that tells me to stop and reevaluate? Because I don't want to blow this account, but I also don't want to lose a certain portion of this account. How can I stop, reevaluate, and then get it back up into positive, right? So that's what managing your risk means. And we'll go more into that in just a second. The next thing you want to do as a new trader is stay up to date with the market. If you're new or you've been trading for a few years, I'm pretty sure you've heard people say, look left. This is my right. Look left, structure leaves clues, right? The thing about that statement, and I just can't agree with that statement, you just don't know how far back to look left. You just don't know how much past price movement or market data that you need. And it ends up confusing you, right? And so if you're that person, you're confused every time you go left and you start looking months back, years back, and you have no idea how that affects the way you trade today, stop looking left. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that in just a few seconds because we're going to hop on the price charts. But stop looking left. It's going to continue to hurt you in your trades. So what I tell people to do is stay right. Look at what just recently happened the week before or the week before that, or maybe even a month ago, a month before this, and stay there. I guarantee it gives you the information that you need. The last generic thing you're going to hear people say is keep a trading journal. Obviously, you should. Now, I just wrote this up on TradingView. If you guys follow me on TradingView, which is where you guys are seeing the picture of top tips for new traders, this is my TradingView account. I like to drop gems on there. I like to talk about what I'm looking at. I like to talk about the trades that I have and that I'm on, what I'm back testing, what I've learned. It's like my little journal, right? But that's the way I keep a journal. That's how I keep a journal. You may keep a journal through an Excel spreadsheet. You may keep a journal through writing things down. Like I know people who write things down and honestly it just works for them. Like I'm not that kind of person, but I see a lot of people doing that and it works for them. Anyway, you can log everything, your wins, your losses, even the trades that you didn't enter for some reason, then I do think you should keep a journal. Now I'm going to talk about some extra stuff really quick for like the next 10 to 15 minutes that I kind of wish I knew before I began trading, right? So, number one, don't quit your J job. I wish someone had told me that. I didn't like my job when I first got into trading anyway. Well, first, I was a stay at home mom. Then I started working at this insurance company and I hated it because I was in sales. I am not a salesperson. I just don't like it. I mean, they did teach me some good things about how to ask questions and prep people and probe people. But at the end of the day, I realized it just wasn't for me, and I was really unhappy where I was. It just didn't feel right. But for a lot of people, I have heard them say, "Well, I want to come into trading and I want to quit my job." I don't think that should be the focus when you first get into trading, because trading is still a job. Trading is still a career. I mean, you have people who work at proprietary firms and they still work 10 to 15 hours a day trading, mind you, right? So trading can still be a job. But the thing is, with trading, you have to have a goal. You either want to stop your full-time job to make trading your full-time job, or you want to keep your day job and then use trading as a stream, as a source of extra income. You gotta know what you're quitting your job for. You can't just say I just want to quit, because you gotta, break that down. Now the thing with trading that I've learned is trading does not always yield consistent profits. I hear a lot of people say I want to be a consistently profitable trader. But the problem is you're not consistently trading your technique, your strategy. You're not consistent in it, because we're human. We have emotions. And the thing about it is, if you keep trading a certain way and you're not consistently profitable and it's not working, you're not going to get the results that you want. So when you come into trading, you just got to understand that you are going to lose money. You may not be consistent. You may have some months where you hit it and you're making it, and you may have some months where it feels like you ain't gonna know where your next dime gonna come from. So think of this like your job is your safety net. Use your job as your safety net and use it before you decide that you want to quit your job. I love working with clients when they say, Shaquan, I love my job, because then it takes the pressure off of them to make trading their everything. I love when people say, oh, I'm not thinking about quitting my job anytime soon. Once again, that pressure is not on them to see consistent profits. They're focused on the process first, because the money's going to come. Just don't think of it as, oh, I see other people doing it, I'm going to start doing it right away. Less than 1% of people in the world can do that. And so, if that's the case, if you're not in that 1% yet, trade at the level where you are with understanding. Okay. Um, Now, think about this too. Another thing is, have a purpose for trading outside of your money, right? Like, find a purpose in life. Is what I'm basically saying as a trader. You got to find a purpose in life. When I first started trading up until about last year, I made trading my everything. Trading was my personal all. I didn't have a purpose. And because of that, you guys, I had realized for the last few years, I had been unhappy. I'd been depressed. I'd have anxiety. And I almost started to resent my trading career. And it wasn't until I started to find a hobby outside of my trading business, right? Like, I like coaching. I love coaching people, uh bettering them on the forex price charts. Like, that's my thing, right? And so I've started to say, well, this is my purpose in life, to help people become better traders, right? Also too, some of you guys may want to add friendship by finding an online trading community, and that may be why you trade. That can be a purpose that you have. I find that a lot of people who are like me, who trade from home full time, or who are work from home parents or stay at home parents, this is big to them, because outside of their children, they like being in an online space, an online community where they can talk to other traders, because they may not be talking to other adults throughout the day. And so that can be something that they do outside of trading. Another thing is, when you find purpose with trading, or even outside of the money, it could be adding focus to your life. It could be adding an organized mental shift. I have a client who's a bit older, and he said, Shaquan, I like trading because it keeps my mind sharp as I get older. I love that, right? Trading isn't all about the money for him. It's about keeping his mind sharp and giving him a challenge. And I think that's such a beautiful thing when you just find purpose outside of the money and you have a purpose. It's so beautiful. Now, something else that I wish someone told me as well, is to stay as a student and remain coachable. When you first get into trading, you got to be willing to learn first and try everything. Be open minded until you find what works for you. Man, I think that's the biggest one right there. Try everything, learn everything. Be the person who says, I'll try everything once. But in this case, you may want to try it multiple times. But be that person. And the reason why you want to be that person is because when you find what works for you and you're open minded about it, the moment you find what works for you, close it off. Don't let anyone else be the expert over what it is that you like and you're supposed to love. Because remember, this is your journey. This is your journey. And when you find something you understand, go all in on it, then close off, and then get coached. Be coachable. All right. This is called niching down. Businesses do this. They niche down. And the reason they niche down is because they realize in business, we're not for everybody and everybody is not for us. And that's you in trading. You're not supposed to trade every single market, every single currency pair, every single stock, every single cryptocurrency, every single ETF. You will be burnt out and overwhelmed. And that's what the power of niching down as a new trader can do for you. I'll give you guys a really good example. Um, I started to write out all my trading styles. I'm a swing trader. I am a supply and demand trader. I am a trend trader. I'm a conservative trader. I am a higher time frame trader. Um, what other kind of trader that I am? Like I'm so many types of traders, right? But it took me years to figure that out. It took me years to hone into it. But you know what? I am not. I am not a support and resistance trader. I tried it for a few years. I don't like it. But that's just me personally. I'm not a trend line trader. I tried it for a few years. It's just not my thing. I am not a chart pattern person. I don't care for wedges or ascending channels or flags or pennants, but that's just not me. I am a person who trades with the trend. I use one zone for my entry and I let it be. When I learned to simplify who I am and relate it to what the forex market is and does, trading started to make sense for me. And that's why I'm saying, like, be the student, be willing to learn everything, close it off once you find what you like, and then be coachable in that area because that is your focus. Sometimes you got to be one track minded when it comes to trading, right? Now, another thing before y'all buy a course, and this is for y'all who, if you bought courses before, if you're thinking about buying another course, whatever the case may be, I just want you to stop for a quick second. Even if you are taking a course or you just bought one, just stop for a second and do this for me. I need you to write down your goals and your objectives. Please do that. Now, let me tell you guys what I mean by that. I've had my students do this, and this has been such a breath of fresh air for them. And they're still doing this because what I'm about to tell y'all, this process I'm about to teach y'all right now, takes time. All right. So I want you guys to write down, why did you choose to trade Forex? Like when you heard about Forex, what made you excited? And what impact did you know it was going to have on your life? I want y'all to write that down. Okay. Then the next thing I want you to do, I want you to write down your big goals. For some of y'all, like we stated earlier, it could be to add extra income to your home. It could be to pay for vacations. It could be to pay bills. It could be to add to your retirement account. It could be that maybe you want to build a $5,000 account into a $100,000 account. I don't know. But whatever the case is for you, whatever it is that you want to do, I want you to write down your big goals because these are long-term goals. Then what I want you to do after that, I want you to turn those big goals into small objectives. Think about objectives as tasks or steps that you could complete every single week to help you get to that big goal. I think sometimes, and this is the coaching part that I'm talking to you guys about. I'm about to coach you guys, okay? When you're going through trading, sometimes you just trade because you want to win, or you're trading because you just want to hit a big profit, but you're not seeing past that. I need you to see past the one big trade. It's going to come. I need you to see past the win to loss ratio. You're going to get the results that you're looking for. I need you to write down what you want and write down every action that you need to get there. That's the objectives. All right. You guys will see how I'm doing this in just a few moments when I get to my price chart. Now, here's what we're doing when we do this. When we do this, we're looking to see how we're actually performing. We're looking to see how we're actually trading. That's what you're looking for. if I start trading this week based on this goal and based on this objective, what can I complete this week to get me to there? So let's just say, for example, you're trading. You got a 100, and this is big because I'm serious with these prop firms. I think they're onto something. Let's just say you got a prop firm account and you're trading $100,000, and you're saying, "Man, I need to reach 10%. 10% is the big goal for y'all right now, right? Let's just say you got to do it in 30 days, or you're with a prop firm who has no minimum trading days. I don't know, but you got to get that 10%. Well, you're not trying to get the 10% in one trade, although some people are. Fine, but you may not be that person. So you can break that 10% down and say, this week, what I'm going to do, because the 10% is the big goal, the $10,000 is the big goal. This week, I'm going to try to make 3%. Not only that, not only am I only going to try to make 3%, I'm also going to try not to lose 2% of this account. So now what you're going to do with that objective, the 3% gain and the 2% gain, you're going to look at your charts this week and say, what currency pair can give me the best risk to reward based on my trading strategy that can help me get there? That's what you're going to focus on, right? Then you're going to focus on, well, what currency pairs do I not have to trade? Do I not have to look at that might hinder me and take away my energy? Because you want to trade in peace. And you only want to focus on the pairs that are going to be giving you something in that current moment, right? So you're going to look at your trading plan. You're looking at your trading strategy, and you're saying, what do I know that works with what I trade that can help me complete this task? Then you're going to break down how many trades you need that week to reach your 3% goal, and how many trades can you afford to lose if you hit the 2% loss. Y'all see what I'm saying? Your objectives are broken down. And then at the end of the week, you just come back and you check what you did. Well, how did I do? Did I reach my 3% goal? Yes or no? Did I not exceed 2% in drawdown or loss? Yes or no? What did I do that I traded well? What did I do that maybe hindered or maybe it made me give up profits? How could I have traded differently? Or maybe I needed to keep trading the same because it's working. But what you're doing when you take that big goal is you're breaking it down. A lot of traders won't tell you this because they want you to be dependent on them. So they'll tell you what it is that you need to do based on them. But that can't happen. Outside of them, you won't know what to do. So that's why I say, when you find what works, remain coachable. Your coach, and this is another thing I wish I was told. Your coach is supposed to help you become efficient and tailor your trading to you, not them. They're not supposed to mimic who they are in you. I realized I was doing that with my people. That was a mistake that I made. I was doing that with them. And so recently I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do that. That's not fair. So when you're working with a coach, they're to help you with your strategy. They're supposed to help you make it efficient, but they're not supposed to create one for you. So there's a difference. If you already have a strategy that you're creating, they're supposed to help tailor it to who you are. But you got to know who you are. Okay. Another thing with your coach is, if you do learn their strategy and how they trade, if you want to adopt it, they're supposed to teach you how to make it adoptable, right? What are the rules you need to trade? How can it help you? But then you bring in your character, you bring in your edge to make it work. Another thing as well is, your coach is supposed to help you with your trading plan. Your trading plan is going to differ from every single person in your community. It's going to differ from their clients. Like, your coach is supposed to help you fill that out. But once again, you got to give them something to work with. You have to give them something to work with. That's why you're supposed to trade. You're supposed to journal. You're supposed to demo trade so they can look at your metrics, or live trade so they can look at your journal. You got to give them something to help you with. Okay. And another thing is, the coach is there to give you a different perspective so you can make better and sound trading decisions. It's not you trading what the coach trades. It's you trading your watch list based on your strategy, based on your time frames, based on your minimum risk to rewards or maximum risk to rewards, based on your position sizing. This takes time to figure all of this out, right? Because the thing about it is, when you think about everything I'm saying, can a course teach you how to do this? Probably yes, and probably no. But what I'm talking about is literally work. You're speaking these things out with someone to help you with all of this. And the reason why most new traders fail is because no one pushed them the extra mile to sit to figure all of this out. All they say is trade and see if you make money or not. But how do they fix what they're losing? And how do they keep what they're winning? That's what the coach is for. That's why you remain coachable when you find what works for you. So new traders, this is your job. This is your job. And being an entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you what I like about 9 to 5s. You had the micromanager as a 9 to 5. You had the manager as a 9 to 5. You had the boss telling you what you're doing wrong. And trading, of course, will never tell you what you're doing wrong. Some coaches won't even tell you what you're doing wrong. And you have to be able to raise your hand and say, I need this help. Because help ain't coming to me right now for myself. I got to get help on what I'm doing wrong. I got to get help on what I need to know I'm doing right, right? So that's really important. It's a give and take relationship in trading, and you need that. Last thing before we get onto the charts that I want to mention is, as a new trader, don't seek to be right all the time. Learn to become a really good loser. If you learn to become a good loser, here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn to protect your profits. You're going to have break even rules, partial taking rules, trailing stop rules, right? Like you through losing or through not trying to be right all the time, you learn to protect the capital that you have, the profits that you make. You learn that drawdown isn't all bad. I see a lot of a lot of traders are afraid of drawdown. Drawdown just basically means the market isn't in your favor right now. And when you go through drawdown, here's what you got to learn. You got to learn to decrease your position sizing. And you have to learn to limit your trading until the market turns in your favor. That is really important. If you learn to do that, you'll be good. And then when you lose small. Look at your capital, see how much you can afford to lose each trade, and just try not to blow the darn account. Like, that's all you got to do. Try not to blow your account. Okay? If you with a prop firm, try not to hit the drawdown limits. That's really all you got to do. But you got to learn what that looks like. Okay? And that comes through talking, that comes through demo trading, that comes through back testing, asking the right questions to get the right answers. Oh my God, my countriness is coming out. All right. But yeah, what I want to do real quick, y'all, let's go over some of the price charts really quick that we have here, because I want to show you guys what it looks like when we're going over all of these things. Okay, so this is a trade that I was in. It just took profit today. This is Euro New Zealand dollar. So I trade through FTP. If you guys have been watching my recent live streams, I just talked about this, not broker, they use 8cap, but talked about this prop firm. They're a prop firm that has no minimum trading days, one single phase, right? And I kind of like this prop firm. I think it could be better, but it's okay. But I'm showing you guys what objectives look like. So obviously, like I said, the goal that you always want to try to reach is the 10%. It doesn't have to be an always thing, especially after you reach the 10%. You can change that to whatever you want it to be. But I do say aim high. You don't want to trade small, right? But this week, my objective on Euro New Zealand dollar, because I had actually entered this trade last week, but it was to trade the time frame that gives me a clear picture for my strategy to perform best. And I saw this best on the daily time frame. All right. So you guys can see it here. Price had a higher high, price made a higher low, price made a higher high. If you've been following what I do with TMP and how I trade, but also teach TMP, I always say lead with the trend. Okay. So this is an uptrend because we can see clear signs of higher highs and higher lows. So last week, price actually made a higher low, or the week before last, price made a higher low. And I wanted to trade above that higher low. And I did. I got triggered into this trade. What day is this? This is last Wednesday. And I want to trade back up to the higher high. Now, here's the thing when you're trading with a third party system like TradingView, and then when you're trading through a broker, sometimes what you see through the broker and then what you see through TradingView can be off just by a few pips. And that's why I was able to take profit earlier this morning, because my take profit on my platform when I went to go see what was going on while I was at the trade a little bit earlier was because it looked like my take profit was down here, but on TradingView it's like up here, right? So if you're going to be using TradingView, but you're trading through like MetaTrader 4 or 5, just be aware of what that looks like. Okay. So anyway, I had to take profit up here, and this one took profit. Now, one of my objectives that I'm working on is to only risk 0.5% of my account right now to gain 1% and better. So what this means is that when I am trading, I'm risking 0.5% of my account balance, wherever my account balance is. In order for me to gain 1% and better, I need a risk reward of 1 to 2 and higher, right? I want to double in profit what my risk can be. And so that was the goal. The risk reward on this trade was around, I think it was actually a little bit higher than this, but the risk reward on this trade was a 2.97 risk reward from what it looks like right now. And so I ended up making almost 3% on this trade. Really, really good trade. I actually enjoyed being in this trade. I had a little drawdown the very first day that I was in the trade, and you guys can see that I went into drawdown on what is this, Thursday and Friday. Friday price closed in profit. Today Monday. This is where we are on Monday. Like I said, I've already taken profit on this trade. So y'all can see here too when I talk about moving the trade to break even. On Friday, I'm sorry, not Friday. Today, when I woke up and I seen price get up here a little bit, halfway to my point, my take profit, I moved the trade to break even. So moving the trade to break even for me just gives me a breath of fresh air. It's like, okay, I can woosah. I can't lose any money on the trade. I'm cool. And I monitor the trade on the daily time frame. So this is when I was talking about, like, when you're trading, you gotta learn to protect your profits. You gotta learn to lock in some gains, right? And this is what that looks like. So that's that there. Now, there's another trade that I'm in right now. I want to talk about a current trade. Is USDJPY. I have a position running. If you follow me on TradingView, I actually made a post about this. I think, where is it? It is somewhere here. Here it is, right here. It says USD trading, a bull volatile market. Okay, so like I said, I do get on TradingView. I talk about some of the trades that I'm looking at because it's just a journal, right? Now here, what I'm talking about, what I see on USDJPY is that this is a bull volatile market. Or you could say that it's high volatility, right? High volatility just basically means there are really no fluctuations on this specific time frame. You have to drop down in time frames to get a better picture of what the fluctuations look like. So I'm saying here that I can best see this trade on the 12-hour time frame. I'm going to risk 0.5% to gain 1% or better. I can move the trade to break even when price reaches the higher high. I'm going to monitor the trade on the 12-hour time frame, and I cannot move my stop loss until price reaches the higher high based on this market condition. So I'm not changing my strategy. I just got to change up the way that I protect my capital, or I protect my stop, or I get stopped out. So in this particular trade, I'm at a risk of losing $976 if I lose the trade. But if I win it, look how much I win. I win $2,493. Now, before I move on, let me talk about this part right here. This is what I learned in trading. You have to be okay with losing. Mind y'all, I just got done winning this trade here. This Euro New Zealand trade, I just won $3,000. Like, I want you to think about this for a quick second, okay? I just got done winning a $3,000 trade. Now, if I lose USDJPY, I lose $976. I am okay with whatever happens in this trade. Mentally, I'm okay. A year or so ago, there was a time when losing a trade would, like, halt me. It would stop me. It'll have me thinking, like, all over the place. I would have anxiety about the next trade. But now, especially after I write down what my objectives are and the goal that I'm looking to reach, I'm feeling a lot better with losses. This took me years to get to this place where I'm okay with it. You got to be that too, as you get more seasoned. When you get more seasoned in trading, got to be that way. This is risk management. This is what it looks like. Okay. I also have my break even point. Let me go down to the 12-hour time frame really quick. This is what my 12-hour looks like. On my 12-hour time frame, like I entered on this candlestick right here, this green candlestick. I don't know how this trade is going to play out. All I know is that I am in drawdown. That's what I know. I'm in drawdown. Drawdown basically means for right now, I'm not winning the trade. I can see that I'm negative in my account on this trade, just on the trade. But the trade can still turn around, right? And even if it doesn't, I'm only losing 0.5%, where I just gained over 1.5% with a 2.9 something risk reward trade. It takes time to get to these areas, right? So now, you guys, looking at this, here's where my break even is set. Break even for me just basically says, okay, Shaquan, if price moves to the previous high, just move the trade to break even. You can't lose any money on this trade. New traders, start setting parameters. Parameters will tell you how you enter your trade, where you place your stop loss, where you place your take profit, where you place your break even, and if you take partials, at what price will you take partials? And you don't have to if you don't want to. But all you're doing is protecting your money when it's in profit. And if you're in drawdown, being okay with what you could lose. But you got to set that stuff up before you decide to buy a course. Or you're getting help with it as you work with a forex coach. You're getting asked the right questions to get into your mind to say, I think I am okay with that. And since I'm okay with that, this is what okay looks like. I think I do like this risk to reward. I think I do like this position size. Now, let me go test it out by back testing and demo trading, and then eventually live trading it out. Okay? That's what this looks like. So if you're new to trading, once again, the instructions I just gave you, write that stuff down. And let me go back over it really quick, okay? Because this is what you need to know. Write down why you chose to trade Forex and what made you excited about it. What's the impact Forex can have on your life? Those are three different things, though. Write down your big goals. What are the big goals? Limit it to one or two for right now. You don't have to think of everything right now. What are the big goals? And then you're going to write down the objectives. How are you going to reach those big goals? What are you going to do every single week to help reach that big goal? What are you going to do every single month to help you reach that goal? What does it look like? It can't just be making money. It has to be, how do I protect myself against losses? When I lose my trades, if I lose a certain amount, or if I lose a percentage, what do I do to recover from those trades? And I'm going to tell you now, increasing your lot size is never the answer. Increasing how many trades you enter is never the answer. Sometimes you got to dial back to get your wins back up, to get your account back up. And you got to write out what that looks like. And if y'all don't know, work with someone to get help on that. I'm available, but if it's not me, please go find someone who you resonate with to help you. That is important. Okay? I ain't got nothing more than that, y'all. Do I have any questions? TradingView, YouTube people, are there any questions before we get off of here? And I'm gonna tell y'all this too, while y'all typing out y'all questions as well, because I really hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, I'm not the most cinematic person. I'm a straight, blunt, shoot at the hip kind of person, right? What you see is what you get. But I remember when I first started trading, I was taught how to build. I was taught how to create systems, right? That's what I was taught to do. But the thought process of digging deeper within yourself to find out why trading is meaningful, that's something that I wasn't shown. How to simplify this stuff, I wasn't shown. How to relax through trading, I wasn't shown. How to make trading simple for you, I wasn't shown. Like, this is stuff that had to be taught over time. It really did. It had to be taught over time. And then over time, I learned what works for me. Over time, I learned to help what works for other people. and then it just got better. Okay, it just got better. But yeah, there's only a few of us on here, and that's cool. That's good, right? That's cool. So if y'all got questions, my email should be somewhere here. Y'all can email me. You can put it in the chat when we're done. I can always come back and look at the video, and then I can answer questions from there. Y'all just be safe trading. If you're new, you don't have to struggle by yourself. You actually don't have to struggle at all, really, especially when there's help out there for you. You just got to be the person that shows up and asks the right questions, get the answers, and do the work and continue to show up and then stay committed. Literally, that's what trading is all about. I hope I win this trade. That'd be great. If not, that's all good. If you're in this trade too, monitor the trade. Prayfully, it works out for you as well. I really, really hope it does. And if not, be okay with what happens next and then know what you can do next as well. All right. So here's my email. I'm going to put it in here really quick. That is my email. I get asked a lot about my email because a lot of people are private learners. And that's kind of why I love teaching one-on-ones. And I say my expertise is in one-on-one trading, one-on-one coaching, because a lot of people don't like to share information publicly. I'm kind of the same way. I'm one of those people as well. So if y'all got questions, y'all can email me and then we can chat from there. Okay. But I gotta go. Gotta go pick up my daughter. Y'all have a good trading week. Y'all be blessed. If you got questions, email me, ask, and then we'll talk from there. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Happy trading, you guys.